What's going on, you guys, and welcome back to another Teen Mom 2 recap, which aired on Monday, April 8th on MTV. The show starts off with V calling Kel to see if she can make time to meet with her so they can talk about everything dealing with the child support, because we all know that Joe has put Kel on child support. And Kel, being as stubborn as she is, she was like, well, no, I really don't want to do it. And I'm like, she really sounds like a child right now. Like, it's time to grow up. You're an adult now, so act like an adult. And then she finally decided to go ahead on and meet with V and have this sit down conversation. So nothing much with Chelsea and Cole. So I'm moving right along to Brianna. Brianna picks up Nova from school, and she mentions that Lewis is coming over to see Stella. Then Nova mentions that their dads are just the same. They have so much in common. And she was mentioning that they have like this habit of no-show. Like they're there for for a long period of time, and then they just stop coming around. And, we've seen this enough with Devon and Nova. But I didn't know that Devon had fell back into his old ways of not coming around as much as he used to. Because the last couple of episodes, they made it look all good. Like Devon was doing everything he needed to do. And, I just don't understand. So anyway, but it just comes to me as a surprise. Because I thought Devon was consistently being there more for Nova. And especially when he got his new apartment and everything. And I don't know. But anyway, Leah's finally getting her home recarpeted, if that's a word. And one of the producers asked her, like, what's it going to be like when she moves back home? And she was like, well, if I'm not at Jason's house, he will for surely be over here. So, but I don't know, whatever they got going on, it just kind of seems like a long-term crush, like friendly kind of thing. I just don't see them being in a serious relationship. I don't know. It just seems a little off to me. Like they're just a mismatched couple. So moving on to Nathan, who we haven't seen in a while, looking like a whole muscle out here. He claims after the intervening that he's just ready to get full custody of Kaiser. Kel tells the producer that she's going to go ahead and meet with V about the whole child support thing with Joe. But of course, it's like she still feels like she shouldn't have to pay him for child support. And she also doesn't want none of this on film. And I don't feel like it's right that she gets to choose what she doesn't want on film. I'm just sick of them, like, kind of giving her way. I don't know. They just need to treat her like they do with everybody else. Look, they need to just make new guidelines to the show when they sign the contracts. Look, everybody got to film everything that we want on film. You have to do it. They need to make that like mandatory or you can't be on the show. And so she finally admits to her flaws and how she doesn't mind Chris telling her about herself when she get a little bit out of pocket, which she tends to do from time to time, claiming that she don't really know what to think about this situation at the moment. And I'm like, yeah, so you leaving that open. So now all in a sudden, since you don't really know what y'all are going to consider yourself as, you can't put a title on it, but he's allowed to tell you about yourself. Like, she really is crazy about this dude, but we just don't see that with him. And the saga continues with Brianna and Lewis. Not much new to the conversation about him. But now Devon is starting to not come around as much as he should for Nova and stuff like that. And Nova is even beginning to think that maybe it's her fault because she don't call him. And it's really a sad situation when a child begins to blame herself for the absence of her parents. And I hate to say it, but this is what usually leads to lack of self-love. So there's a caption that says David accompanied Janelle to the court hearing regarding Kaiser. Because, of course, we know that the cameras weren't allowed in there. So they just showing like the outside building of the courthouse. Janelle claims that the judge said that the parents are the only ones who need to work out this custody battle on their own without grandparents being involved, which they're throwing that to Nathan's mom, because we know that Nathan's mom, she had a little bit to do with it, which will kind of mess it up on his behalf of any chances of him even getting full custody of Kaiser, which I don't think he is, because from what they showed back then, it's been a huge turnaround, and we don't see that. Well, we don't see it on camera. So I guess, I don't know, Nathan, he still feels like that he can get full custody of Kaiser, but I don't see it happening. And they not even close to going to court yet with Nathan, so it's not even near over. Nathan, he wants full custody of Kaiser, like I say, but it's not gonna happen. So Janelle, I'm sorry, not Janelle. Leah, she surprised her two girls at the house on new carpeted floors, and they all excited and all that kind of good stuff. Kel says that Joe has started a real estate business, and she believed that most of his money is going towards that, which is unfair that he's asking for child support from her, because she has reason to believe that maybe a lot of the money that he makes before he put her on child support was going towards that. So now he has to replace that income, which he's trying to get that from putting her on child support. So they agreed. So she agreed to giving him like a lump sum of $6,000 and to help him out whatever bills he need help with, since Isaac lives with them. So Louis come over, and Stella, she's a different Stella from what we seen last week when she was kind of standoffish and didn't want him to touch her. So on tonight's episode, she was just happy to see him. She was friendly with him, smiling. She let him hold her for a long period of time. She was sharing her toy with him. Just a whole new Stella tonight. So this is a good thing, and only if he just continues to come around like this, like I say, we'll see her, she would come to him more, and he wouldn't feel like that he's forcing himself on her and she's kind of running away from him. He have to allow her to be comfortable with him all over again. So now he claims to not have a car. To have a car, but don't have a job. And I'm like, it's always one or the other with him. Either he don't have a job, got a car, or he have a car and don't have a job. Like, I can't wait to see what it'll be next. But hopefully it's all around good news. So again, Nathan is talking with his friend guy, and he is confident that he's going to get custody of Kaiser. He thinks that holding that CPS case over Janelle's head is what's going to give him more favor in the situation. But I'm like Janelle. She mentioned earlier in the episode that CPS case was dismissed, because when they came out to the house to do like a child awareness check, they didn't find anything inappropriate going on in the home. So I guess they just dismissed that case. So he really don't have that to hold over her head. So he can stop even bringing that up. So Chelsea's bringing Aubrey and friends to the escapades room as a belated birthday gift. And they had a lot of fun. So Brianna, she's going over to Devon's house to talk to him about how Nova feels that it's her fault that he doesn't come over much. And she's feeling like I don't call him enough, and just sad, just real sad for a child to even think that way. Of course, Devon's excuse is not having a license or a car. Well, I'm pretty sure that there's public transportation, so there's no excuse to not go see your child. If you really want to see your child, you will go see her. You will get there by any means. So anyway, y'all, that pretty much concludes tonight's recap. And if y'all enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. Sorry I didn't have too much to review on. I mean, these episodes been pretty much the same old. Not too much of nothing new. So anyway, like I say, if y'all enjoyed tonight's recap, please give it a thumbs up, leave a comment down below. And as always, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next week.